Hey guys, and welcome to the stream. I am now live. Everything is working, and yeah. So in this stream, I'm basically just gonna be continuing on a crypto body website that we had started. It's nothing new. I'm assuming you guys have been following along this series. If you haven't, you can check out the other two videos. Yeah, literally the last two videos on my channel. So yeah. Okay, why can't I open up my terminal right now? Okay, my laptop is lagging like crazy, and there is also a lot of buffering and stuff going on. Like my, so I think I'm gonna have a check on my stream real quick, just to see if everything is working. Just a second. Also, I changed up the channel logo. I hope you guys like it. Just a second. I gotta see if I am, my face is lagging or not. Because if it is, then you know, my face is lagging or not. Alright, I think everything is perfect and everything is working. Cool. So now that's good. So in this video, I'm basically just gonna be continuing where we had left behind. Now I did a little bit of work off stream, basically because I did not know how long it would take to do that, and I did not want to spend like there was a chance it would take me hours and hours to implement that feature, and there was also a chance I would get it first go. So I, instead of me doing that on stream, I just decided to do that off stream. So let's say like if it took a long time, then you know so all right. Okay, what's happening over here? Alright, so I'm just gonna open up the pop-out chat. As you can see, alright, again, you guys can post anything you guys can ask anything in the chat box, ask any questions or anything. I probably will be checking the chat once every half an hour or something, maybe even more, a little more frequently, depends. Alright, so let's just get started now. The feature that I was talking about that I added off stream was actually this one. Now I don't think I'll be streaming for very long today. I guess I will. I don't exactly know, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be going for like anything more than an hour. But it depends. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cd real quick to the directory. So the one thing that I actually modified, and not exactly modified, I actually managed to do was this. So 1 second, let me just open up this file real quick. Alright, it is taking a second, but this is basically what I did. So remember in the last video I was talking about how I wanted to upload this stuff up to Firebase storage, and I wasn't able to do it in the last video. So in this off camera I managed to do it. So this was all the code that you need to do it. So this was all the code. The config stuff you can just get it when you are setting up your Firebase project, and I'm probably gonna have a video linked in the description of the stream, or maybe in a comment that basically goes over like how to do that, just in case if you aren't able to follow along, not follow along, do it by yourself. So alright, so I've just opened up my Firebase project over here. Cool, so I'm just gonna exit out of this because I'm gonna do all of this in Visual Studio Code, just because I want that IDE thing. So if I just go over to the storage part of my Firebase project, you should see something. So if this wants to load up, and also I don't know why my laptop is lagging like crazy right now. Oh my goodness, my laptop is lagging so much, I can barely do anything. I guess you won't be able to see that on stream, how much it's lagging, but it is like, I think I haven't set up something correctly on for the stream or something, I don't know, but it is lagging like crazy. And if this is gonna be the case, I won't be able to stream actually, because I won't be able to code anything, because it's lagging so much. Because it gets kind of irritating. Alright, now it's less. Alright, cool. It was just because I guess like my laptop fans weren't really acting out, but now they are really loud. They are pretty loud now. So I guess like now it's able to keep up with that. I don't know why, but alright. Now it's getting a little better, but it's still pretty bad. Like, there is a long delay. But as you can see over here in the storage, there's actually this one image showing up. And the cool thing is, if I just select this image and if I just delete it over here, what I can do is if I just head on to VS Code, now I will have to open up my terminal to actually run this file. That's pretty bad because I'm gonna have to open up multiple apps. This is not good. The reason why I'm so I don't want to open up multiple apps is because, like, in my last to last stream, and I actually opened up many apps, my stream just crashed. So I don't want that to happen today. So if I just go and I run python 3 storage.py, I know I haven't spelled it correctly, but I know. So basically what this file should do is it should upload the my image.png file up to Firebase storage. So if I just run it, you should see, no, I actually, it won't work right now because I had actually commented out that line of code, so I'm gonna have to uncomment it out again. So if I just open up this file real quick and I'm just gonna uncomment that line of code out. So if I just go over here and I'm just gonna have to uncomment this line of code and I'm just gonna comment out this code, and now I'm just gonna WQ out, and now if I just run that file real quick, there we go, you should see that it should work perfect. Now it doesn't really give me any output, but if I go over here and if I just reload this page, you should see it should have one image named my image. So as you can see, now it has my image.png over here. If I click on it, it should have this image, which is exactly what we wanted because that's the image that I had. So that's pretty cool. So I know that stuff works, and this is actually really good for this project because that was actually a major part of it. So first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rename that storage file because it's driving me crazy. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. So let me just, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete the storage.py file because it doesn't really have anything, and I'm just gonna rename this to storage.py. Alright, so now what we want to do is currently the storage.py file, all it's doing is just uploading an image. We don't just want it to upload the image. So basically one part of our backend should deal with uploading the image and the other part should deal with downloading the image. Now the cool thing is that I already have the code that can download the image. It's basically this one line of code. This one line of code can be used to download an image. So as you can see, I already have that, so I don't need to deal with all of that. So I'm just gonna make a few comments over here specifying the project configuration, and I'm just gonna say initializing the Firebase object, Firebase storage object. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, why aren't we using the Firestore database to do this? The main reason why that is the case is just because if you use Firestore database, what happens is you are only able to upload text-based strings to the Firestore database. which will obviously won't work because over here we have an image. So that's why. And yeah, that's all. So now that we have the storage stuff all up and running, what we basically need to do is we're gonna create the data and then we want to upload it. And before we actually create the data, we need to first make sure which currencies does this module support. Now by far we have tried out Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana and Cardano, and it worked. So I'm gonna also try out a few more cryptocurrencies just to check which are supported by it, because that is something that I am concerned about. If it does not support a lot of cryptocurrencies, then I might have to look into another module, because uh, you know that might not be good for our app. So I'm just gonna say cd to crypto body, and now I'm just gonna say copy the data creation.py file, and I'm just gonna run python 3 data creation.py. So now instead of saying Cardano, I'm just gonna say Tether. Actually, not Tether, I'm gonna say Polygon. I have a feeling that it is gonna be able to I have a feeling that it can support a lot of cryptocurrencies, but let's have a look. Now I know I haven't really coded a lot in these streams, but yeah. Alright, we get something. The above exception. Alright, so I guess, yeah. So Polygon probably doesn't work. So let's see. Can it work with Dogecoin? I think it was Doge. I forgot the entire name. Dogecoin. Was it Dogecoin or Doge? I forgot the entire thing. I guess it was Dogecoin. Like, I at least need to. Alright, okay, so Dogecoin works. So that's cool. So as you can see now, it has the price, it had that one spike. That's cool. Alright, why is the mean price 0? Alright, now that's something. Now obviously it should not be 0. Now, that's obviously a bug, I'm pretty sure. And oh my goodness. Okay, now that's not great. So as you can see, we either have a bug, or it is just that Dogecoin has a lot of outliers. Because if you look at it, that is some, oh my goodness, that's really crazy. So obviously, 59% accuracy isn't something that you should, be, yeah, 59% accuracy isn't that great. Now this is one of the issues that we are going to be facing for our app. Now since we are doing predictions, bulk predictions in like something like cryptocurrency, the thing is, if this was stock, now stock isn't that volatile, so there aren't going to be those many outliers. But in cryptocurrency, since it's so volatile, there are going to be a lot of outliers, which means we need to do additional data processing to get rid of those outliers. Either get rid of, or pay less attention to them, or do something. But since we are dealing with multiple cryptocurrencies at once, we can't exactly do that. Or at least I have no idea how to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is just going to rename these variable names. I'm just going to use find and replace. So I'm just going to search for replace. And we're just going to replace the ETH price df variable with price df. And I'm just going to replace them. Alright, perfect. So alright, you know what, let's look at a few other cryptocurrencies, because it worked really nicely with, okay, why isn't it working with Polygon? Like, I think it should. Alright, let's see Tether. Now I don't know if it was spelled like this. I'm just gonna test it out. Now I was actually pretty surprised, it doesn't work with Polygon. Polygon is pretty popular. Now it does work with Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, some of the cryptocurrencies that people really care about. That's something. The mean close price is 1. Now that makes sense. Alright, and alright, why? Okay, so we have 100% accuracy. That's something cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, so uh, now that we have this stuff in place, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a list. I'm just gonna say uh, crypto. And like this video is just gonna be like me getting various cryptocurrencies data, trying to get that cryptocurrencies, and I'm just gonna specify the name of them, like a few cryptocurrencies. I'm just gonna Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ether, dude, what's the spelling? Ethereum, I think it's something like this. Then we have Ether, then we have Solana, we have Cardano, we also have, okay, like what about Shiba? I don't know if it's Shiba or if it's Shiba Inu. I'm gonna say Shiba. Let's see. So I'm gonna first have to test which cryptocurrencies work and which don't. So that's why I'm gonna have to look at this. Let's see if Shiba works. Okay, Shiba doesn't work. Wait, you know what I'm gonna do? List of 20 most popular cryptocurrencies. So that's all we're gonna do. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether. Oh, okay. I forgot about Binance Coin. Then we have XRP. We have a few cryptocurrencies in here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin. Now Binance Coin is pretty cool. Let's have Binance Coin in here. Alright, let's have a look. Let's look at the other things. So we have USD coin. Now that's a stable coin. So I'm not gonna look at a stable coin. We have Cardano, Solana, Avalanche, Binance USD, Polkadot. Okay, I guess it wasn't Polygon and it was Polkadot. I don't exactly remember. Alright. Oh, okay. Now that's pretty crazy that it isn't working with Binance Coin. I think it's because I'm starting with a capital letter. I guess that's the thing. Because this is actually not a very well made, well developed module library, the sand module that I'm using. As I have told you like multiple times in this series, it's actually a pretty bad thing. Like I wouldn't suggest anyone to use this library for cryptocurrency price extraction. It's just that since the Yahoo Finance isn't working right now, it's down. So that's why I didn't really have any other websites or any other libraries that did this. If you have it, let me know. Why isn't it accepting these cryptocurrencies? Like that's actually pretty crazy because I was expecting it. Alright, what about XRP? I have a feeling it won't accept this also. Like I guess it only deals with like the top 5 or some of the most popular ones. It doesn't actually deal with the other ones. Yeah, there we go. No, that's pretty bad. Alright, so I'm just gonna say, what's this? Wait a second. Alright, so for now I'm just gonna say Bitcoin over here, but we will obviously be. Alright, so the first thing that I'm gonna do, so alright, so we are gonna have these 5 cryptocurrencies right now. We will add the other ones later on. Alright, so cool. So now that we have these in place, what we need to do is we need to loop over the cryptocurrencies and then we need to get it. So I'm just gonna say getting the price. I'm just gonna say for I in range the len of the crypto currencies, and all we need to do is we basically just need to do all of this stuff. Just do that. All right. And we're also gonna do one more thing, and that's just we take this function and I'm just gonna add it over here real quick. Just do that, and I'm just gonna select it. Just do that. Perfect. All right, so I guess we have done everything. Let's run the data creation file. All right, that should take a second or two, obviously. So the first thing is gonna be Bitcoin, since that was our first cryptocurrency. So that's one thing, we know that. And the second was Ethereum. I'm pretty sure. That's Ethereum. What was the third one? Tether. So this is Tether, I'm guessing. Wait a second. Oh, alright, okay. Oh, come on. Okay, I screwed up. I have to state the name of the cryptocurrency over here. I don't know why I did not figure that out. I have to say cryptocurrencies of the ETH index. I don't know why I forgot that. Like, I was thinking, why was the price of Tether this much? It shouldn't be. Alright, let's have a look. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether. Then we have, I think it's Solana. Okay, which is this one? What was the last one? Cardano. I don't know, like, the last time I was predicting on Cardano, it was actually 100% accurate. I don't know why it's only this much right now. But alright, you know what, it's okay. Alright, so we have written this much of code and we have all of these stuff in place. So now I'm gonna be doing a little bit of extra things. So over here where we are actually saving this as closeprice.png, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add an f string, and I'm just gonna name the file closeprice underscore the cryptocurrency name, cryptocurrency I dot png, and over here where we say mean close price, and I'm just gonna say off, and I'm just gonna say cryptocurrencies I, and I'm just gonna kind of copy this line of code because we're gonna be using it a few places. Actually, you know what, only over here. Alright, perfect. So now that we have that in place, I'm just gonna run this file again. Alright, let's see how long I've been going for. Not a long time, obviously. I was like, what, only 6 minutes? That's not. Alright, so we have this in place. I'm guessing this should be working because I don't think there's any bugs or anything like that. Alright, so now let me just look at this, and there we go. As you can see, I have these things in here. So I have close price Tether. Why do I have this one file named only close price.png? Now that's incorrect. Mean close price 2. Wait, how many close price PNGs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I have about 6 close price PNGs. And what is the length of my list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, so why wasn't it able to get Cardano? So it got Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, Tether. Which one did it not get? Solana, Cardano. Wait. Oh, alright. Oh, okay. So this is just the original file that I had. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm just gonna delete it. Alright. Everything works. I was just, yeah. Alright. So now that we have this in place, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna upload all of this to Firebase storage. To do that, all I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna copy these lines of code that I had. We are just gonna add them to our data creation file. I know, as I just told you, I'm not coding a lot in this series, but the thing is, when you're actually gonna be creating something that's kind of, it's like a big project, you don't just code a lot. You also need to plan and do all of that. Because once we get to the website creation, yeah, we are gonna be coding a little bit. We're gonna be coding a lot. But right now, what we are trying to do is just we are trying to get all of the building blocks in place. So once we actually start creating the website, we don't actually run into any errors, and we can just do that process like really smoothly. So that's why. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna go down, and once we do all of these predictions, we are gonna do this. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna do something. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is over here where I was actually plotting this graph, I'm just gonna copy that graph, Control X, and I'm just gonna go down over here. I'm just gonna add that over here, and instead of just saying the mean close price, I am also gonna have the predicted thing. So like the bottom is the predicted price. So what I'm gonna say, and predicted price is gonna be the predicted price, and instead of saying predicted price 0. Alright, so now this is something. So we are gonna have a few, like we are gonna have one more variable over here. I'm just gonna say next day price, oops, next day price will be the regression underscore model dot predict, and we're gonna be predicting it on the we're gonna be having it on a np dot array. Alright, why doesn't, please get up, suggest me. Wait, alright, I'm just gonna let get up do this, get up Copilot do it. Predict the next day's price. Alright, let's see, can get up do that. Come on, help me out over here. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Predict using the model. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? It's not giving me any code. Alright, I guess I'll have to do this myself. Alright, I'm gonna have to open up the sklearn docs again. Sklearn linear regression documentation. And we are just gonna copy that one line of code, add that. I'm just gonna say regression underscore model and next day price is equals to that. And instead of having the 3.5, what we are gonna have is we're just gonna have the uh, today price is just gonna be equal to the price df, actually not price df obviously, oops, the close price list. And I don't know what -1 does, so I'm just gonna say dot reverse, and we get the zeroth element of the reversed close price list. I'm pretty sure -1 does the same thing, but I just don't know what it does. So I, instead of messing with it, I'm just gonna do this. And instead of passing in these things, I'm just gonna say predict the today's price. Pretty simple stuff. I'm pretty sure it's nothing too crazy. So over here where we are predicting the thing, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add the next day price in the plot title, and I guess that's it. Now we are just gonna copy this stuff from the storage file that I have created, initializing Firebase storage and all of that stuff. Alright, so I'm just gonna catch the storage, and we're just gonna do this, and we're just gonna really quickly indent this line of code. And instead of referring to this image, we are just gonna refer the static slash, now we are again gonna have a f string over here. It's gonna be close price underscore that thing, the thing we were doing before, cryptocurrencies I, and we are gonna be naming it in the like in the Firebase storage also. We are just gonna name it close price the cryptocurrencies I.png. That's what we are gonna name it. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the .png. So now I'm just gonna copy this real quick, and I'm just gonna add that over here. And perfect, I think this should do it. Alright, let's just run this file, and let's just hope that it works. And alright, now we're gonna have one issue, so I'm just gonna kind of quit out of this since we have one error in our code. That's why. So the first thing that I have an error in is I didn't make this an f string. Other thing is this one. So over here where we are reversing that, I guess we might just have to get the -1 element, because we can't actually reverse a numpy array, so that's why. Alright, why is it taking so much of time? Alright, there we go, we have this. Number.nd array has no attribute reverse. Oops. Alright, we can just get rid of the reverse parameter. Now let's run the file, and let's just hope it works. Okay, I guess my terminal isn't responding now. There we go. Now it is. Cool, so we have this, we have that, we have that. Now this is actually a pretty it takes up a lot of space. The title takes up a lot of place. Close price bitcoin.png, no such file or directory. Why is that the case? Close price. close price underscore bitcoin.png. Wait, why is there no file like that? There should be, right? Because we do have it. Let's have a look. There it is. There it is. Close price bitcoin.png. I'm gonna copy the path. Maybe that's something. I don't know. Because it should work. I don't know why it isn't. Because if you look at this, it is there. Now, even if I do not save them in the that thing, like there has to be something. If I just go over here and if I, instead of saying that.png, if I just say close price bitcoin.png, uh, refer it directly, does that also throw me an error or not? Let's have a look. Why is it taking so much of time? Maybe since I'm streaming. Oh my goodness, it's taking a long time. Alright, let's see. Maybe someone has posted something in the chat box. I'm just gonna have a quick look. Alright, nothing. Cool. Wait. Did my thing just quit? No. Alright, there we go. Exit out of this. Alright, moment of truth. Oh my goodness, why isn't this working? I guess it is not able to know that it's in the static folder. So let's say if I just get rid of this, alright, if I just get rid of that, and even when I'm saving the close price, if I, instead of saving it in the static directory, if I just save it in the main directory, and over here when I'm referring to the Bitcoin, I just refer it to the cryptocurrencies crypto. Wait a second, I'm just gonna copy that because I know I'm gonna screw up the spelling. Alright, now let's have a look, because it should work, because we are having that line of code after we actually create the file. So it's either that or maybe the files get created after the program is exited. I hope that's not the case, because if that is, then we are running into a huge issue. Alright, why isn't it able to do that? Alright, you know what, I'm gonna have I'm just gonna test it out, because I have a hunch that maybe the way Firebase storage, I'm sorry, not Firebase storage, maybe the way matplotlib works is it first. Alright, wait a second, from matplotlib import pyplot as plt, and if I just say x is equals to something 1 2 1 3 5, and if I just say plt.plot x plt.save fig something dot something, and if I just say plt.show over here, and if I, so what I want to do is if I just say like print out something, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna import the time module, and I'm just gonna say time dot sleep 2 seconds 2.5. What I want to see is, does it store the file after it has actually exited out of the program. Because as you can see over here, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. If you look at this, if you look at this, there is no uh, Bitcoin thing.png. Wait a second. Wait a second. Why didn't that show up? So if you look at this, over here where we are doing plt.save fig, we are saving it as close price underscore something something something.png. But if you look over here in the explorer, we don't have that, right? We have Firebase that and that. We don't have the we don't have it that's showing up. That is something suspicious. Wait a second, let me run the story.py file. I think that should really clear things up. We have this. If I quit out of the loop, we have that.png. Oh, okay. I got the kind of issue. I don't need to specify .png over here. Maybe that's the issue. I guess that's the issue. Because before it actually printed out something, it actually managed to display the graph. So I'm pretty sure what I initially thought was the issue isn't the issue. It's pretty cool. Because otherwise that would have led us to a pretty big error. Please work. Because if it doesn't work now, I'm gonna go crazy. We have been streaming for 32 minutes now. I'm not gonna be going for very long today. Since it is kind of late, I'm also kind of tired, so I don't know if I'm gonna be going for very long today. So yeah. Also, the good thing is that now my my laptop is also not lagging anymore, which is pretty cool. So yeah, now it's pretty smooth. But why isn't it actually doing anything? Alright, there we go. Alright. We have that. Please work. Alright, I guess it worked. Wait a second. If we go on to the Firebase console, we have myimage.png. That's something that we all expected. We didn't get any error, so I'm expecting that it should have uploaded it to the Firebase storage. If this has worked, then it's cool. Everything is good. Please. There we go. We have closed price bitcoin.png. Awesome. If I close this, close this, do this. Alright, let's reload and see if it has worked. Please work. If this has worked, it's awesome. Alright, there we go. Awesome. We have close price Bitcoin, close price Cardano, close price Ethereum, close price Solana, and close price Tether, which is exactly what we wanted. So if I just click on this, there we go. We have this. If I click on this, now we just have to see if all of these are like the respective graphs. Yeah, it is working correctly. Yeah, perfect. It is perfect. It is working very nicely, exactly how I wanted it to work. Whew, that is good. Now what is this? What is the metadata? What is the metadata? No metadata found. Oh wait, so we can also add metadata for the file. In that case, we shouldn't have added that. But you know what? I'm not gonna bother with that. we have this in place. Oh my goodness, this took way longer than I had expected it to take, but I'm super happy that this works now. Yeah, we now this file did get, we did finally cross 100 lines of code. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But like, yeah, so now this file now, the code that I've written over here, now it's not the simplest of the things. Like probably some Python beginner might not understand a lot of the code that I've written over here, because we haven't actually done some really basic stuff in this tutorial, like not tutorial, the series by now. Now, in case if you don't understand some of it, but like it's not that complex, so maybe you might have understood it even if you are a beginner. If you did not understand this, you probably might wanna learn this stuff a bit more before visiting this tutorial series. Because if you don't understand this, then there's a good chance you might not understand what I do later on. And if you don't understand that, then you won't actually appreciate the project, when it's in all its glory. So yeah, you probably wanna learn a little bit more Python and then watch this video series. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a few comments. Getting actually no, specifying the list of cryptocurrencies. Perfect. All right, so I think that is all the code that we are gonna need for our uh, data creation. So that is all that we need. Now this was a lot of code. Now, like, not it's not like a lot of code, but when you are looking at the thing, uh, we are doing some data creation, and it usually doesn't take 119 lines of code to do data creation. It's like you can do it in like 3 lines of code. But we did some data processing, uploading, and all of that stuff, so that's why it did take us a little bit of code. So I'm just gonna delete the myimage.png file now because we don't need it. Alright, perfect. So now that we have all of this in there, perfect, everything is working, everything is good. I'm super happy. Like, this was basically what I wanted to achieve today. Get the storage part perfectly working. So now basically what we need to do is, now that we have this all stored, we just need to get it. Now getting the stored data is actually not that difficult. It's actually relatively easy. So that's really cool. Also now, this does crowd our directory a lot. But you know what, we'll I can work with that. But you know what, let's see, maybe if we just place it in the static directory, maybe that will work. But you know what, it's okay, I'm okay with this. All right, so now that we have this in place, now we need to look at getting the data. So basically, if I just open up the screen cursor real quick. Alright, basically let me just kind of walk you through some of the things that I'm thinking. So what I was thinking is, right now we had our data creation file. I'm just gonna write it down as DC. What it did is we talked it to Firebase, and I'm just gonna refer it as a cloud basically because it does cloud storage. We talk to Firebase and we store all of our data. Now what we want to do is we want to get this data from Firebase. We want to get the data. But the thing is, when we actually get this data, we can't actually download the image, because basically what's gonna happen is we are gonna be like, we can't actually download the image, because if we download the image, then we need to get it from a specific path, and we can't actually deal with that. So I think what I want to do is, instead of like downloading the image, is there any way in which we can read the image or do something like that? uh, that's something that I think I want to do now. You don't do something like that. So maybe, like, basically what I think is, if basically each of these images, if you look at it, has been given this file location. So if I just visit the simple file location, and if I just paste in, wait a second, I'm gonna have to get rid of the screen cursor now, because otherwise it will keep pulling out that drawing board thing, which I don't want right now. If I just were to visit the file location, wait, why doesn't this show up? It should show up, right? Copy to clipboard, paste it. Now that's something. If I wanna view this, wait, open link in new tab. Alright, so okay, so this is the alright, so we need to specify the access token. Alright, cool. So let's see do that. Oh, okay, no, that's pretty bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's kind of bad. So each of these files have a like, they have the another access token. So all we need to do is, if we can get this URL, where if we can dynamically get the token, and we can dynamically get the URL, then we are basically done. Because once we have a URL, all we can do is we can just supply that URL to an HTML attribute, an HTML image, and it will display it to the page. Everything is working. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna say, what do we wanna say? How to get the, what do we wanna get? We wanna get the access token of our element. How to get the access token of an image in Firebase storage with Python. If we get the access take if we get the access token, then everything is cool. Oh, wait a second, we literally, the other URL told how to get the URL of the image in Firebase storage. That's all we care about. So I'm just gonna open that in a new tab, because it's a YouTube video. Okay, now it's taking a long time to load this. Why is it taking so much of time to load up? Like, I have pretty fast internet. I don't know why it's taking so much of time. Alright, I don't want to look at any advertisement right now. Not in the mood for that. Why is it taking so much of time? Ah, come on. I want to get this thing done by at least like 10:40. Oh, come on. The Stack Overflow page loaded. Import OS from Google Cloud Storage. Blah blah blah. Storage client. Get bucket name. Image path. Bucket.blob. Upload from file name. We don't want to upload the image. I want to get that. Oh, come on. How to add access token to image while uploading? You can add a token through metadata similar to the way it's done in Node.js. Alright, it doesn't. Why doesn't it go over that?
Hey guys, welcome back.
Alright, I'm just gonna mute the video real quick, and we're just gonna quickly skim over. Let's just hope that he actually teaches that instead of dabbling around. I already have the storage part done. All I need to do is this. It's probably just a one liner. You know what? Let's try. Maybe GitHub Copilot can do it. Like, what's the use if it doesn't help me out in a place where I don't know the code? All right. Basically, what I'm gonna do is get the access token of the uploaded image. Let's see. Please help me out. There we go. Story.child. Wait. It doesn't really do anything, right? .get URL. Perfect. I guess this is all. Wait, let's print it out. Let's print out the image URL to the screen. Oh, come on, please work, please work. If this works, everything is cool. Come on, please work. Oh my goodness, if this works, I'm gonna be so happy. Because this was actually one of the biggest issues that I was having with this website. And if this works, then we basically managed to get rid of all of these issues. And we might just get started working on the website on our next stream, which is really cool. Because I wanted to work on the website, like, for a long time. So yeah, and also I added this little watermark to my thing. And okay, why is YouTube not able to get enough video? Alright, now why is it taking so much of time to even run this file, man? It's taking a long time. If this works, I'm gonna be really grateful to GitHub Copilot. Yeah, to be honest, it's actually really cool the way Copilot works. I don't know if like you guys have access to it, because you have to sign up for the developer preview and stuff, but it is actually really slick. And like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a paid thing. I was lucky enough to get access, get early access, but I guess it's now open for all. I don't know, I haven't really been following along that much. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's work. Let us work. Let's have a look. Please work. Right, well, technically it should have had printed it out. Wait a second, if I just get rid of this. Oh, come on, why is it taking so much of time? Alright, why doesn't it print anything out? It should print out something, right? It should. Why didn't it print anything out? We are printing it out, right? Wait, alright, you know what, I'm just gonna look at the Google, look at the YouTube video really quick. The thing is, it's actually such a long video, I don't want to follow along. Like, what? Just give me the code. Does it go over the code? Oh, come on, why is YouTube lagging so much? I don't care, just give me the code. Store.child put. I don't care if you can put it, I just want to get the URL and the access token. I don't care about the access token, I guess. I just care about the URL. If I can get the URL, everything is working. Download image. I don't want to download the image, I want to get the URL. Yeah, I guess I could just do host.path.base naming. That's actually a pretty cool solution. But still, it's not what I want. Because maybe on a phone, I can't actually deal with something like that. Get the URL of the image. Store.child, myimage.get URL. User. ID token. What does this mean? Wait.
User ID token. So obviously you need to have the user ID token in order to get the URL of your image. So to get the user ID token, it is very simple because we have already did that in our authentication video. So what I need to do is I want to copy the email and password, paste it here, and then I also want to get the user information through the sign in with email and password. And then from here, I will be able to get a user ID token. So if I comment out the download image, because I don't want to download it again, and then if I...
Are you kidding me? Need to do that much of code? Alright, well, let's just Google it. How to get the user ID token in Firebase. I know it's not gonna take a long time to figure this out, but it is an hour and I don't want to go for much long. Authenticating users. Alright, and we want to do it for web. We don't want to do it for iOS or Android since we have a web-based project. We could have just said downloaded at the on the current directory, but if a person is using an iPad, then in that case there's a chance it might not work. Okay, where does it actually go over? If your application is handling requests from users, the best practices, blah 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 blah. Where does it do that? There we go. It's this one. Firebase.user.get. Wait. How to get the user ID token in Firebase with Python. Because I guess they will go about how to do it in JavaScript, and since we are not using it, I don't care about how it is. Alright, why is it taking so much of time? Maybe I'll just use the code that he had in this video. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna use that code because all I need to do is I just need to put in my email address and my password. Now, I'm not gonna be telling you guys my email address and my password. So I guess I'm gonna be doing that off stream because I don't even want to risk telling you guys that. Either that or I'm just gonna pull up my camera like I did in the last stream because I cannot, give you guys such sensitive information. So you know what I'm gonna do real quick is, since if I don't want to forget doing this because then that will be a huge blunder. So I'm just gonna pull up my camera. Alright, just a second guys. I probably won't be showing you guys my stream for the rest screen for the rest of the stream. I guess I might just add this GitHub repository link in the chat. So if you guys want to follow along, you can do that. But I'm guessing no one is following along, so not a huge thing. Alright, so I'm just gonna really quickly copy paste this code to VS Code, and you know what? GitHub Copilot, why wasn't you able to figure this out? You should have figured this out. Like, it managed to get a little bit of it correct, but not everything. So that's kind of bad. Because I was expecting that basically what GitHub told was correct. Alright, so now I'm just gonna specify in my email address real quick. Just a second. Let me just add that real quick. Alright, I guess everything is sorry for that. I guess I managed to uh do everything. Why is it taking so much of time to even save the Python file? Like, bruh. It shouldn't take this much of time to save a Python file. It's only 125 lines of code. It's nothing too crazy. Also, just a second. I do have one error in my code. Just a second. Let me just quickly fix that. I know you guys can't see my screen, so you don't you have like no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I had one error in my code, so I'm just gonna quickly fix it. Just a second, guys. Firebase by rebase or initialize app. Alright, so when you are initializing the app, Firebase. Oh, alright, so I named it Firebase storage instead of Firebase. Alright, cool. So you can just access that over there. I guess this is not gonna work. I have a feeling it's not gonna work at all, because that's just how it is. But I have a feeling it might just work and I'm gonna be like super happy. But today we actually did write a little bit of code, like, yeah. But the thing is, this was like a lot of bug fixing and stuff, so that was the reason why it took so long. Alright, and it's taking a long time to even run this file. Come on, man. Also, I wish I could show you guys the code, but I just cannot risk revealing my email address and password, because otherwise I'm gonna have a lot of spam mail. I know most of you guys won't do that, but there are always a few people. And my terminal stopped responding. That's cool. Why is it taking so long to just run a damn Python file? Okay, my terminal isn't responding at this point. The thing is, I can't actually run my Python file from VS Code. If I could have just done that.